My name is Emily MacDonald. I'm defence reporter at the Townsville Bulletin newspaper. I graduated from JCU with a Bachelor of Journalism in 2007. So after I've spoken to my chief of staff, I'll have my list. Generally, we do anywhere between 3 and 6 stories, depends on what their level of difficulty is, how many interviews I'll need to do, kind of information I'll need to gather. Did one about an elderly lady. A burglar came in and was running around her bedroom with her bra on his head, and she wasn't going to take that lying down, so she picked up a catheter bag and chased him on out of the house. We are heading to a press conference about the Bike Crazy motorcycle charity ride, which is taking place later this month, and it's going to be raising money for cystic fibrosis. So basically, this is one of the stories that your local newspaper will regularly do just to publicise the community events that are going on around the place. Well, I think JCU put a pretty big focus on things like developing contacts, but they were also pretty big on hands-on work. I started off as a general rounds person. My first round that I was given was consumer affairs, and for a journalist, being given a round straight up is a pretty exciting thing. That involved me doing stories regarding things like grocery and fuel prices. After consumer affairs, I moved on to police, and that was a particularly big step because that's one of the major rounds in a newsroom, as well as covering general police activities and things like road deaths and murders and you name it. This was originally just going to be a story about Martin McGregor going back to finish a trek in Kokoda, which he wasn't able to complete last year because unfortunately one of his fellow trekkers died on the trip. But he's now told me something which is a little bit interesting and quite sad for the people involved, which is that the brother-in-law of the man who died, who was also on the trek, he had to obviously come home to assist in bringing his relative home, and the insurance company is not willing to refund him on a what appears to be a technicality, and so that's obviously quite a hard angle. Oh, hi Lauren, it's Emily calling from the Townsville Bulletin. Neville Coleman's just dropped in a press release letting us know, by looking at my peers, some of who don't have university degrees, is just the skills that I've been able to bring straight into the job. Just basic writing skills, just to go in and to have your chief of staff know that you know the structure of a news story, you know which talent you need to get, you know how to network. Those are just skills that you can learn on the job, but if you've already got a basic understanding of them, it's always a good foot in the door.